Hi students of class 12 CBSE. I am here with the poem My Mother at 66 by Kamla Das. My Mother at 66 by Kamla Das. Students, before we go any further in the poem, my question is that do you have a childhood fear that you may lose your mother or you may be separated from your mother? Everybody in his life or her life has this fear that he or she may be separated from his or her mother, because mother is such a precious person in our life, such a valuable person in our life. What we are today is because of our mother. I would like to draw your attention particularly to the relationship between a daughter and a mother. It is very intimate relationship. It is very, very intimate relationship. It is also a very complex relationship. It becomes complex after her daughter's marriage, because the fondness for each other grows, and a daughter is always worried about the health of her mother. But she has her commitment to her family, to her husband, to her children, and to her job if she is doing a job. She is not free. And that's why she is a prisoner of her circumstances. She wants to go to her mother, but she can't. And whenever she goes to meet her mother and she has to come back, she has 1,000 questions in her mind. She is worried out of her life that whether she would be able to see her mother alive when she came back to her. This is when she came back to her. This question haunts her. And the relationship, as I told you, between a daughter and a mother is very complex, particularly after the daughter's marriage. Because daughter is not free to see her mother as and when she feels like seeing her. And mother has her own constraints. She can't go out of her own world to meet her daughter whenever she feels like it. Mother at 66 is a poem of this which depicts this relationship between a daughter and a mother. Kamla Das is the poet. You know, Kamla Das was a famous novelist, poet, short story writer. She wrote in Malayalam as well as in English, but she has made her mark as an English novelist and English poet. Kamla Das. But Kamla Das's mother was also a great writer. She was a huge inspiration for Kamla Das to be a writer. Naturally, they were attached to each other. Kamla Das goes to see her mother, and after spending some time with her, she has to go back to her place where she had to tend to her husband and children. She has to get back to her place. So first of all, I will recite this poem, then I will talk about this poem, meaning and other things. Okay? So let me recite the poem for you. Are you ready? Here is the poem. My Mother at 66, Kamla Das. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me, doge, open-mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she thought away, and looked, but soon put that thought away, and looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. But after the airport's security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her, wan, pale as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. But all I said was, "See you soon, Amma." All I did was smile and smile and smile. Now students, you might have got the idea about the poem. What is happening in the poem? and how emotionally attached the poet is to her mother. Now, what happens in the poem? I give you explanation. And one thing more I would like to tell you, this entire poem is of one line. There is no rhyming scheme in the poem. It is full of commas only, because different kinds of thoughts come and go. But the journey continues. The poet comes back to her mother again and again. There are diversions, there are digressions. Her mind is diverted to some other things, but again she comes back to her mother, because she can't completely get rid of this fact. How did her mother look like? Her mother was aging, she was old, and old age is a reality. Death is a reality. And anybody who has a mother knows this pain, knows this fear, this phobia, that one day he or she will lose his or her mother. So I give you detailed explanation of this poem. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me. The poet was going back to her in-laws' place, to her husband's place, because she was a married woman. She has commitment to her husband and children. So she is driving to the airport, and her mother goes with her to the airport to see her off. Okay, it was last Friday, and she sees her mother. Her mother was sitting beside her on the same seat in the car. And she sees her mother, and what she finds, her mother was sleepy, she was dozing, and her mouth was open mouthed. Her face was ashen, pale face, colorless face. It appeared that her mother was dying and she was almost dead. Open mouthed, face pale, and she was dozing, sleeping. I saw my mother beside me, doze, open mouthed, and her face ashen like that of a corpse. Corpse means dead body. Her mother appeared to be dead. She might have felt her pulse, whether her mother was alive or not. So her mother looked open-faced, her face ashen. She looked like a corpse. So when she looks at her mother, she is taken aback, and this fear comes back to her, whether her mother is dead or whether her mother is dying. She will lose her mother. This feeling is overwhelming her, and realized with pain that she thought away and looked, but soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting. But she looked out of her car window. She put her thought away. She puts that thought away and she looks out of the car window. And it is altogether a different world. The world inside the car. Her mother is in the twilight hour of her life. You can call it the evening of her life. She had grown old. She was aged. She may die. On the other hand, as she looked out of the window of the car, she found that the trees were running. In fact, trees were not running. The car was running. And it appeared that trees were running in the opposite direction. And it appeared that trees were sprinting, running, full of energy. So it was life outside. Outside there was life. There was energy. There was vitality. But inside there was lifelessness. Her mother was decaying. Her mother was aging, and the fear of death was real. At the young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes, and happy children, merry children, were jumping out of their homes, running out of their homes like spilling, and running here and there and playing. And what did they symbolize? What did they symbolize? They symbolized young age. They had a lot of life left, full of energy, full of vitality, full of life, full of hopes, enthusiasm, compared to her mother and sprinting trees. So it was a mood changer for the poet, For the time being, she felt, oh yeah, it is altogether a different world, full of energy, full of hope. Okay, but the scene changes very quickly. As I told you in this poem, ideas and thoughts and feelings and emotions, they come and go. The entire poem is in one sentence, but it has been punctuated by commas to indicate that breaks in the thought of the poet. New ideas come and go, but she comes back to her mother again and again because she can't get rid of this. After all, it was the question of her mother. But after the airport's security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her, wan and pale as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. At the security check, where your passports, your visa, or your tickets and other documents are checked, her mother was on that side. You are frisked at the security check. Her mother was on the other side and she had crossed it. And she was this side because she was to board her plane. And looking at her mother again, she forgot trees, she forgot children. And the old familiar ache, the old fear, the old phobia, the fear of losing her mother, the fear of the death of her mother came back to her. And because she was leaving her mother behind, she was going to her place of work or her husband's place, her in-laws' home. She was not sure whether her mother would be alive when she comes back. Okay, so see, I looked at her again when her mother's face was wan, lifeless, colorless, bloodless, pale face. Okay, and her face was like late winter's moon. Have you seen a moon on a winter night? When the condition is foggy, the moon is not as bright as the moon of summer season. The winter moon is pale, yellow, weak light, and fog makes it a less bright, very dim moon. And her mother was like that, like late winter's moon. Here, the poet has used simile. Okay, used simile, and she has compared her mother's face with that of late winter's moon. Very beautiful imagery it is here. The poet has used. As a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache. Familiar means she was aware of, she knew this fear. Her childhood fear. Every child, if a mother tells a child, I will not live, I will die because you make mischief all day, the child starts crying, no mama, no mother dear, don't leave me alone, I can't live without you. This old fear is always there with every person. And the old fear, old ache, old pain of being separated from her mother forever came back to her. My childhood's fear. But I spoke something. I could not tell my mother that, mother dear, I am fearful. Whether I will be able to see you alive when I come back, I can't say. So she put up a brave front, a brave face, a smiling face. And she is reassuring her mother, convincing her mother, mother, you still have life in you. You still have kick in you. You will live, I tell you, and when I come back, I will find you the same mother which I find today. So mother, I will come back to you. And then what she says, all I said was, see you soon, Amma, mother dear, I will come back and I will see you soon. Don't worry, I will be coming to you. I will find time for you. I will be coming to you. Even if in the heart of her hearts, she may be knowing that this may not be possible. She may not be able to see her mother alive when she comes back. Still, she is convincing, assuring her mother that, Amma, see you soon. I will come back to you. And then what she does, and I did was smile and smile and smile. And my smile, I smiled looking at my mother. I smiled and smiled and smiled. She knew in her heart how she was feeling. But she was smiling, smiling for her mother. That her mother should feel that according to her daughter, she still had some life left in her and she will be living. So daughter was smiling and smiling and smiling to convince her mother that there was no problem with her. She was strong, she was alive, and when she comes back, she will find her alive and smiling. Okay students, I have given you the summary of this poem, explanations of this poem, and I have also brought out some figure of speeches here, like simile has been used by the poet in this way, as a late winter's moon. Okay, mother's face, the wan face, the pale face of the mother is compared with late winter's moon. Repetition, smile and smile and smile. This repetition has been given to bring out the poet's strong feeling, actually her efforts to convince her mother that she thinks that her mother will be alive when she comes back. And other thing is like there are other imageries, like simile has been used here. Her face ashen like that of a corpse. Face was ashen. Ashen means pale, yellowish, bloodless, because she was in the twilight hour of her life, evening of her life. So her face was ashen like a corpse. Have you seen a corpse or dead body? The face is yellow, bloodless. So her mother looked like a dead body. So students, several figure of speeches the poet has used to bring out her emotions and feelings and what she saw in her mother. So I have given you the brief summary of the poem. Question answers will be discussed later on. I am sure you have understood everything. If you have any query, any problem, anything to ask, write in the comment section. Please subscribe to my channel. Have a nice day.